Hello, algebra. So today we're just going to be filling in the pieces. All of the examples are going to be showing us a product or a factor, and then we're going to be finding the other one. So for this first example, it tells us that the product is 3x squared plus 19x plus 6. I know that products are always going to fill up the inside of the box, and the factors are going to be the outside of the box. So what this one is telling me is it knows that one of these sides, either this side or the top side, is supposed to be the factor 3x minus 1, but it wants us to find what this missing factor is. So we're going to look at this one row by row. If I look at the top two boxes together, 3x squared and 1x, 3 and 1 both don't divide by the same number, but both of these I can take 1x from. Then if I look at the bottom row, 18x and 6, this term has x, but this one does not. The biggest thing that I can divide both of these by is 6. And since this x box is positive, I'm going to keep that factor of 6 as positive. Now looking at the sideways ones, 3x squared and 18x, 3 and 18 can both divide out that factor of 3. And then x squared and x means that I can take out 1x from both. 3x times x is 3x squared. And then we look at 1x and 6. I cannot divide a 6 out of this one, so they technically have nothing in common. I'm just going to use a placeholder 1. Is positive 1 times positive 6 equal to positive 6? It is. So then notice the 3x plus 1 is the factor from the top. So the extra factor that we had is x plus 6, which is the missing factor that we found. The second one, we have an area of 18x minus 1x minus 4. Again, area is going to be the inside of the box, and it's telling us that one of the side lengths, either this side right here or this side on top, is supposed to be 2x minus 1. It wants us to find what the other missing side length is. So this one was nice. It had the inside filled out for us, but this one we're going to have to find the inside ourselves. So in order to find the factors, we're just going to have to look at our 6 steps. 18, 1, and 4 do not divide by the same thing, so there's no GCF. I'm going to go ahead and do my ABC. My A is 18, my B is negative 1, and my C is negative 4. I can go ahead and put my 18x squared and my minus 4 in our boxes. When we multiply 18 times negative 4, we end up getting negative 72. So I'm going to go find the factors of 72, and I'm trying to find the ones that add to a negative 1. So I'm going to go to the calculator and do negative 72 divided by x, our magic number divided by x, and go look at those. So if I added 1 and negative 72, I would not get a negative 1. 2 and negative 36 is not a 1. But as I get close, even if I look at 6 and negative 12, so 6 plus negative 12 does not equal that negative 1. Skipping a decimal, 8 and negative 9. 8 plus negative 9 does give us that negative 1, which means that the factors we're using are 8 and negative 9. So I'm going to put the positive 8x in this box and the minus 9x in this box. If you switch them up, you should still get the same answer. So outside of this first box is definitely going to be an x times an x, but we have to figure out the 18. So if I look at these boxes that line up with each other, 18 and 9, I know that 9 divides by 9, but does 18 divide by 9? Does 18 divide by 9? It does. So that means that both of these I can divide out a 9x from. If I look sideways, 18 and 8, well, 18 we just figured that we can divide by 9. Oops, by 9. But I think 8 does not divide by 9. So I could not put in a 9 out front. 18, does 18 divide by 8? No, it does not. I know that I can divide 18 by 2. Can I divide 8 by 2? All right, so getting a 9 and a 4, I think the biggest thing you can divide both of these by is 2. So then 2x times what is going to give me these positive 8? So 2 times a 4 is going to give me that 8. And then 9x times what gives me negative 9x is just going to be a negative 1. So then one factor we found is this side one, 2x minus 1. And then the other factor is the top one, 9x plus 4. So now it's saying the width is 2x minus 1. So it already knew that this one was the width. It's saying find the missing side length. So this is the one that we were missing. So the length is going to be 9x plus 4. The length is going to be 9x plus 4.